Hey, what a cool way to start the video. No pants, yeah, yeah. Doody. It was like the most masculine way to sit down ever. Alright, let's see if I can change the angle without... Oh my gosh. Steven Spielberg? Nope, Cam Walton. Write it down. It's a fun name to write down. Alright. So today, it's the third round. What? We're going to talk about how the second round went down. It's the second half of the second round. Crazy sauce. I stayed late at work today. Just for fun, more money, you know? And didn't really think, I thought I was ahead in my videos. But I wasn't, I was just caught up. So here we go. I'm going to try and bust this one out before the matches start, which is now. They have already started. So let's get going. Andre Rublev took out Thiago Monteiro, Brazilian guy. That's how they say that now. Rublev's the number 7 seed. He took him out in straight sets, and he gets to face Feliciano Lopez. Sorry for cracking my knuckles on the mic. Feliciano Lopez is going to be one of, if not the oldest player in the draw. I'm pretty sure he is the oldest player left in the draw. Unfortunately, he's going to be the oldest player to leave the draw in the third round because Andre Rublev's hitting like a champ. He's played 61 total games. He's won 37. Nice. Where Feliciano Lopez has played 98 games and won 52. So he's played a lot more. He's older, so his legs are just going to be tired from the get-go. And compared to Rublev, I mean, he's still a professional tennis player. But I don't see Rublev having much of an issue with this. Maybe 4 sets if Feliciano really pushes, because I think this might be his last tournament. But I don't see it happening. 2 5-set matches. A 4 and a 5-set match for Feliciano Lopez. Seems like he's going to round it out with a 3. All right, Casper Ruud, the Norwegian, that's how you say that word, took out Tommy Paul in 4 sets. Tommy Paul is a U.S. player, pretty low ranked. I think he's like 50s, 60s, but he is not much of a main draw singles player. He apparently did a lot of like world team tennis, kind of fun game style. He was good at that, and now he's doing pretty well in the draw, and unfortunately, Casper Ruud is just a little bit better. Casper Ruud's the 24 seed, took him out 4 sets, and faces Ruud and Albot. That's a fun name. Ruud and Albot. Who beat O'Connell, the wild card from Australia. And that was the second round match. Took him out in 4 straight sets. He also took out Bautista Agut, number 15 seed, and he took him out in 4 sets, which is impressive. Pretty crazy. And even across, so Casper Ruud's played in 60 total games, and Ruud and Albot has played in 75. So not a crazy distance, nothing like Rublev and Lopez, but, you know, still a little bit more legwork for Albot, and it seems like Ruud should be fresher going into it. He's played well in the past, so as long as he can keep that nice level match going. He had a walkover in the first round, so he should have fresh legs. Still, could go either way. I think that's going to be a 5-set match. Oh, also, Ruud and Albot's from Moldova. Fun-ass place. Ass. Oops. So, Ruud and Albot, he is ranked 85 going up against 24 seed. Don't see him doing too well. In the next match, Lloyd Muirhead Harris. There's some other names in there. He's a South African, ranked number 91. Took out Alexei Papirin. Might not be his first name, but he is a wild card as well. Lost in 5 sets to Harris. Harris played... Nope, didn't watch that match, so I don't know how he played. But he played pretty well in the first round, taking out Torpegaard, a lucky loser, so nothing crazy, but he took him out in pretty easy 4 sets. Then he goes up against Papirin. Again, not a huge name, especially as a wild card, but he's been on the tour before. He's usually like a first or second round player where he gets eliminated, so not too surprising. This is where he goes out, but definitely gave Harris a match, and I think Harris has his work cut out for him in Mackenzie McDonald. Mackenzie McDonald played Borna Coric last round, and Borna Coric did exactly what I had been saying Borna Coric does in these later rounds. Just imploded on himself and like started. he had this like tape thing on his arm. He was like ripping that off. He was like swearing, freaking out, hitting the ball super hard. All Mackie McDonald had to do, this isn't true. He played really well outside of this. All he had to do was keep a level head, though, and Borna was essentially going to lose himself the match. So Mackie did a great job keeping himself level. Coric was a 22 seed. McDonald was 192, so pretty big disparity there. McDonald has played really well. He's only played in 72 total games. He's won 43 of them. Lloyd Harris has played in 81 games and won 47. So really close matches. I think that's going to be tight. I'm giving the edge to McDonald, though, just because Harris has kind of had a lucky end of the draw, whereas McDonald had Coric, and then he took out Marco Cecchinato, I'm pretty sure. Matteo Berrettini. So he took out Marcos Cecchinato, hard Italian player. I kept saying he was a big one-handed lefty. I don't think he is. He might be a lefty, but I think he has two hands on his backhand. But he's probably a right-handed player, because I get this wrong a lot. Either way, Cecchinato was not an easy first-round match, and McDonald took him out 3-6, 6-3, 6-2, 6-2. Pretty handily, especially for a 192 ranked player. Cechinato's somewhere around 40, something like that. Could even be higher, honestly. Anyway, then he goes up against Coric in the next round, takes him out in 4 sets. Again, Coric was kind of imploding on himself, but still, no credit taken away from McDonald. I think it's going to be a tough match, maybe 5 sets. Could be 4 and 2 tiebreaks, but honestly, it could just be all tiebreaks. Like, it could be a really tight match between these two. 100 rank difference, but I still don't see that being a huge factor with how the match is going to get played. They're both... Watch. I haven't seen Harris play, and he's taken out some pretty big names. There's a strong chance that he just walks over McDonald, but I don't see that coming. I see a pretty good fight. All right. Filip Krajinovic, the Serbian. There are a lot of Serbians I didn't understand were all Serbians. I probably missed a couple. No, they're on the other side. Okay. So, Filip Krajinovic, 28th seed, beat Pablo Andujar. I forgot to write his first name down. 4-set match, and pretty easily. So out of 37 total games, Krajinovic won 23. So, nice little differential there for him. And he's played in 77 total across 2 matches, which is pretty high. You'll see the average, I think, is right around high 60s, low 70s. Well, shit. And I can't pick it up, so it's staying. All right. Well, Krajinovic, after beating Andujar, he gets to go on to a nice, easy match in Daniil Medvedev, the 4th-ranked player from Russia, 4th overall, number 1 from Russia. Yeah, Rublev's number 2. So, Medvedev should walk over him. He's played 53 total games, won 37 of them. So his legs are fresh, and he's playing efficiently. 3-set matches in his first 2. He had Pospisil, nice little Canadian. And then he had Carballes Baena. Again, both not easy players. Pospisil is more of a doubles player, so not too surprising it was a straight-set match. But Carballes Baena did well in the French Open. He is a Spaniard, but still, not an easy second-round draw, and he walked over him 6-2, 7-5, 6-1. Pretty easy. So I see Medvedev just kind of taking it from Krajinovic. Probably a 3-set match, but yeah, it's the 3rd round. Krajinovic could put up a bit of a fight. All right, I'm playing with these 2 matches. Shit. Tsitsipas. Stefanos Tsitsipas had a crazy match against Thanasi Kokkinakis. The match was... I only saw, let's see. I saw the first set, second set, and then I fell asleep in the 3rd, and I woke up just in time to catch, I think it was the break in the last set, the 5th set. Either way, I saw none of the middle matches where Tsitsipas turned it around. Other than, the second set, I guess, but Kokkinakis did really well. He plays. I didn't realize that. I've been saying he's a doubles player. He's had a ton of injuries, and he's just kind of only been limited to doubles. He would very much like to be a singles player, and I think he would do pretty well. He gave Tsitsipas a run for his money, and I mean, a 5-set match is really crazy. The crowd was definitely on his side, but not nearly as bad as the Kyrgios team match. Like, it was rough. I'll talk about that later. It's fine. I'll talk about it tomorrow, maybe tonight. I don't know. We'll see how the night goes. All right. So Tsitsipas is playing against Michael Ymer, the Swedish, I think he's young Swedish. He took out Alcaraz Garcia, the qualifier from Spain. And Garcia's like, I wanted to say he's born in 2006, but that seems ridiculous. That would make him 15. I think it was 2003. Still pretty crazy. That would, 18? Barely 18, 17, 18. Either way, he was a young player. He played really well. He was hitting the ball hard, but he just didn't finish points. I'm giving the match to Tsitsipas against Ymer strictly because Ymer he won against Garcia, but he was not winning the points. It was more he was just staying in them to let Garcia lose, and which is a completely competent strategy in tennis. It works, but against someone like Tsitsipas, who's going to have a much higher level of game than Alcaraz Garcia, and just pace in general, he's going to have different spins. He's going to have experience playing against someone who's a wait-him-out kind of player. I don't see Ymer doing well. I think maybe a set, but he's already played in, well, actually, it's not too bad. 89 total games compared to Tsitsipas' 75. So, yeah, really not terrible, especially not the worst difference. No, not at all. So he could have some kind of a shot. Maybe take a set, but I really see Tsitsipas being kind of revved up after the Australian crowd. I think he's just going to walk away from this one. The next round is going to be pretty tough for him because he either gets Khachanov, the Russian 19th seed, who took out Ricardus Berankis, or he gets Matteo Berrettini, the number 1 Italian seed. Yeah, because Fognini is number 16. None of them are Italian. Wow, that is quick reading. Such chicken scratch writing. All right, so Matteo Berrettini, Khachanov. Berrettini took out Machak, a qualifier, in the last round in 4 sets, and Khachanov went straight sets against Berankis. Now, Berankis did well at the U.S. Open, I'm pretty sure, maybe second round, which is good. I just want to say he got up against a tough, big-name player, maybe, and lost. Either way, oh, you know what? He might have been one of the Djokovic matches, or Nadal. Either way, he played well against Khachanov, 6-2, 2-6, 4-6, 4-6, which is not bad. Doesn't really matter. Khachanov's been playing really solid. He took out Vukic in 4 sets. Then he did a straight set match here. Both he and Berrettini are in the 70s for total game played. 73 for Khachanov, Berrettini at 70. And Berrettini took out Anderson, which, again, kind of on the decline of his career. Not a huge first-round match. Machak isn't... He was a middle rounder, or a second rounder maybe at the U.S. Open. I think the same at the French, if that. Maybe a first rounder. So, while Berrettini is the higher-seeded player... Shucks. Not a swear. I'll make up for it. I don't think... And this is hard. I left this one up for on the fly, so we'll see how this goes. I think in the head-to-head, Berrettini is leading, and Khachanov definitely gets inside his own head and can lose a match because he's still kind of that young and experienced level. So I can see that happening, but I don't see Berrettini necessarily being the more experienced player in that situation. So I think that could kind of detract from Berrettini's mental state if Khachanov kind of goes off. So, I'm still up in the air. I'm most likely, just because games won, like, it's so close. Khachanov is 143 out of 73. I don't know why that's a hard word to say. 43 out of 73 total games played. where Matteo Berrettini's won 42 out of 70. I mean, 40 numbers are hard. Now, that is hard. I don't even know. I'd say I like Khachanov better, and I've seen him play more. So I know his game a little bit better than Berrettini. But the last few times, like Berrettini, I believe I saw in the U.S., and I think he did the last Wimbledon that I saw. He did well. But again, not the best at remembering stuff like that. So, I'm going to say that Karen Khachanov is going to beat Matteo Berrettini to put 3 Russians to the 4th round. 4! Oh my god, Coric. Oh, piece of shit. Not a real piece of shit. That's the other one I already did. But he really threw off this whole bracket he did. But yeah, he would be the only other. Karatsev is the only other Russian, other than the 3 on this side. Rublev, Medvedev, and I believe Khachanov's going to push through. That's my call there. Check mark, Karen Khachanov. Can't see the score, but that's what I'm thinking. No, I'll talk about that in the other one. Fabio Fognini took out Salvatore Caruso. I'm getting the names down. In 5 sets. Nice long match for them. He won 13 points more than Caruso across all 5 sets. 154 to 141. He gets to meet Alex de Minaur, the Australian 21st seed, in the next round. De Minaur took out Pablo Cuevas. That is his first name. Straight sets, nice and easy. I didn't think it would be that easy for him, but hell yeah, de Minaur. That would pass on TV. Now, de Minaur has won straight set matches in both his first, whereas Fognini has done a straight set and then a 5-set match. Fognini's also not a huge fan of running to begin with. That's not true. He's not a huge fan of long matches, points. He's not a fan of the endurance aspect of it. He loves running like front back. His sprinting is really good. His cardio, endurance, terrible. Comparatively. So, Fabio Fognini, I don't see him taking this one. This is getting towards the end of his career, too, I think. Knock on wood, he could be. He's one of those touch players that can just kind of pull out crazy matches. He beat Nadal down 2 sets. He beat Nadal down 2 sets. I believe it was on clay. I could be very wrong, but I know he's at least beat Nadal from behind 2 sets. One of the only people to ever do it. It's crazy. And I want to say it was on clay, which would make it even more nuts. Either way, he's a great player. He's really fun to watch, but if he doesn't want to play or to win, it can be a train wreck of a match. So I hope that's not the case. de Minaur is a really fun, exciting player to watch. So the 2 of them on a court should be really crazy. That'd be like Benoit Paire and Gael Monfils, or de Minaur and Gael Monfils, or Fognini and Gael. Actually, Fognini and Gael Monfils don't get along, which is weird. It's probably some French-Italian thing, but I have never seen them interact in a polite way. Either way, de Minaur should walk over pretty easily. Maybe a 4-set match, but nice and straight forward for de Minaur, even though he's a lower-seeded player. I think he should have no problem at all. Now, in the last match, basically a nothing match, even though it has my favorite named person. Because his name is Cameron. Yeah, Cameron Norrie, British man. Took out Dan Evans in the first round, took out Safiullin, a qualifier from Cam didn't write it down in the second round. 4 sets. Cameron Norrie is the 69th seed. He takes on Rafael Nadal. Oh, Nadal's the number 2 seed, and he has been absolutely walking over his opponents. Michael Momo in the second round won 7 out of 25 games. And in the first round, his opponent, Dejeri, I still don't know if that's how you say it. Won 8 out of 26 games. So pretty similar scores for Nadal. He's won straight set matches. 6-3, 6-4, 6-1, 6-1, 6-4, 6-2. Like clockwork. He's just walking over opponents. He didn't even face a break point in the second round. He faced 5 in the first round and lost 1. So he's kind of a machine. He might lose a set to Norrie just because Norrie is a competitor type, but I think he's more of a grass court player, so I don't see him really having too much of an advantage at all against Nadal. So, that's it. I don't know if I said it or not, but Nadal's going to win that match. Should be straight sets. Really, yeah, that's what I was saying. He might win a set. Cool. Well, alrighty then. I really don't want to do the video for the next day because I fucked up so bad. It's embarrassing almost. It's not, because I mean, it's not like I had money on it. But, oh my god. 4 for 8. Just terrible. So, can't wait to talk about it. Gonna be fun. But for now, yeah, I'm really getting the speed down on these things. Okay, for now, that's it. Good luck to everybody in these rounds, and hopefully all my calls are coming true because, I mean, I'm feeling good about this one. I hope I didn't just jinx it. There's so much wood around here, I could knock out anything. Oh, that's a mark. Okay.